All right. So this one is gonna be like more of a personal thing. Nothing like super like, oh my gosh, I'm talking about my feelings and shit. Nah. So if you've been watching any of my videos, specifically ones where I talk about movies, I probably mentioned that I am an aspiring filmmaker slash director. I want to make movies and shit. Because who wouldn't want to? You know, in my eyes, who wouldn't want to? But yeah, so today I just wanted to talk about my filmmaking journey that has been going for about 6 years now, which I'm very proud to say I haven't lost my fire for it. So yeah, let's go for it. So I kind of broke it down into years, and for each year I kind of dedicated it to one or two projects where I consider to encapsulate the year as a whole for me in terms of my filmmaking style and my increase in production value and shit like that, whatever. But yeah, so this all starts back in 2020 during COVID times, and the weirdest inspiration, funnily enough, you'll laugh, but it was actually the Morbius trailer that I couldn't stop watching. That first Morbius trailer where it was set to Mozart or Beethoven, the da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, and I'm like, dude, like, it was a good trailer, bro. But then again, I was also like, what, 12? Yeah, I was 12, so I didn't know any better. And Morbius was, but we don't need to. It made more $1 billion, bro. Chill. You're right. So yeah, that was kind of like a big inspiration point for me, and I got really invested in the art of trailer making. And then I fixated on a different trailer, one of the Venom trailers from Venom, the first Venom from 2018, and I recreated that trailer with my iPad camera. I still have the video. Nobody's ever seeing it, but it's not great. It definitely could have done better. My voice is something to hear, but yeah. So yeah, that was the start of it. And from then on, I would use, throughout COVID, I was really obsessed with like giving myself superpowers and doing a bunch of VFX stuff. And that's when I discovered the editing software on Microsoft, and it was literally just Microsoft Video Editor, and it had all these cool effects you could add, like explosions and fire, and they all had sound effects with them too, so I never had to download anything else. So yeah, I just did little shorts with that. I would genuinely record stuff on my computer webcam of me doing like this, like a fireball or something like that. But yeah, once again, nobody's ever seen that shit. So yeah, that was 2020. Now, 2021 is when I started watching YouTube videos about it, getting really invested in how to do this stuff and watching VFX tutorials. And I found the software that I currently use to this day, Adobe. I'm sure DaVinci may actually be better, but my computer cannot handle DaVinci Resolve, bro. Yeah, no, my computer doesn't. It's not built for that. But yeah, so I discovered Adobe and begged my dad. I was like, Dad, please. And lucky for me, they were doing like a student discount kind of thing. So it's only $20 a month if you're a student. So score. So yeah, I got all the Adobe platforms. But obviously I main Premiere Pro and After Effects. But not Premiere Pro, not as much yet. That comes later in the year. So yeah, 2021. That is when I started doing a bunch of VFX stuff, really like learning, and that's when I got a subscription for Production Crate, which has a whole bunch of assets, sound effects, music. I still use it to this day. Goated software, website, whatever. But yeah, they're really good. So yeah, so that's when I started doing all that. And then later in that year, that summer, is when I finally started using Premiere Pro, because I would edit all my videos and have all the sound effects in Adobe After Effects. And After Effects, bro, is where I would do my sound effects. So you can imagine how bad that sounded and looked, but sounded specifically. But yeah, then I finally got into Premiere Pro and I started learning a bit. I didn't really do too many tutorials on Premiere Pro. I kind of just figured it out myself. And some of the audio stuff and learning the effects. And then eventually over the course of time, you just keep going and you just get way better. And yeah, that's kind of what happened over the course of that next year. So then 2022 is when Moon Knight came out. I fucking fell in love with that shit, bro. Not an amazing show, but the vibes were there. The suit is fire. So I was like, okay, I feel like I can do this. So on the way to school, every morning on the bus, I wrote my own Moon Knight short series, like a mini series. It was 3 episodes that I did, I think. 3 or 4. Now I gotta be honest, in the end, it took me, I started filming that in May of 2022. And I finally had everything done, every single episode done by December that year. Now, once again, not my best work, but I was relatively proud of it at the time because it was like the largest scale thing I'd ever done. So there's that. And you'll see my getting a little bit too big for my britches with some of these things. So yeah. Now 2022 kind of segues into 23, which is when I started writing a different short series for Secret Invasion, because that first trailer dropped September 2022, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a banger. We all know how that went, but we're not going to talk about the show. We're talking about my show. So yeah, I wrote my own Secret Invasion series. I think that was 3 or 4 episodes too. I think it was 4. And I shot that from November 22, and I didn't finish it until March 2024. And that's pretty much the main stuff I did in 2023 too, that I remember. Like, all the little other videos that I did are kind of irrelevant, you know? I'm just focusing on the big projects. So yeah, 2023 was all Secret Invasion. And I sort of lost my fire for it once the show came out, because it was booty. So I kind of just focused on some other stuff, I guess. And then eventually I finally finished it. And yeah, I kind of don't really have too many feelings on it, really. It was a lot of fun to make it. It was definitely the most fun I had shooting anything. That was so much fun. Because it was with my friends, you know what I'm saying? Sophomore year is like the peak, you know. I was 16, bro. I was just having a lot of fun. Yeah. So 2024, I'd say my biggest project from that year, because 24 and 25 were kind of dry years for me. I don't know, I feel like I just lost inspiration, because doing all those series really... Well, actually, no. So 2024 is when Fallout came out, the first season of Fallout. I fell in love with the show, the universe. I got Fallout 4, the game. I played through that. I'm actually still playing through it. Now that I think about it, I'm still playing through it. I haven't finished the story or anything, but I love the game, love the world. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing my own Fallout short film. So about 2 months after, I had finally finished it, and I'm not proud of it. Well, I am, and I'm not. So I like it. In terms of story and acting, there's not really any story to it, but it has really good scenes. And that's also where I realized, oh my god, dude, I know how to light a scene, bro. I got some good cinematography skills, you know what I'm saying? Not to toot my own horn, but I'm gonna do it anyways. But yeah, so I didn't really do a whole lot after that. And then 2024 is, yeah, September 24 is when The Penguin came out. So the trailers were coming out for the show, and it was August, the first month of my senior year, and that's when I started writing my own Penguin-style TV series. I don't know why I keep getting so aspirational, thinking I can do a mini-series. I'm not like that at all, but I tried it. I called it Inside Man. I never actually posted them. That's the thing, you know. Another thing, my visuals and the way I shoot and edit is getting way better. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, I'm actually impressed with myself. And I shot that from October all the way until May is when I finally finished it. May of last year. And it's okay. That's the thing. A lot of times some of these take so long for me to make and shoot, where I kind of just lose interest, and then I give up in the last episode, and I just rush through it in the end, and I'm like, I don't care. And yeah, you can definitely see that in the 4th episode of the show. But yeah, so you don't need to see that though. And after that, up until the fall, I kind of just had a really dry spell. I couldn't really come up with anything. I probably made like 4 videos over the course of 6 months, which is a very low frequency for me, especially because I wasn't in school. It was summer. So I have no excuse. I just couldn't come up with anything. I don't know. I was creatively bankrupt, I guess. I don't know. But then in November last year, I was on set being an extra for a TV show, for a Netflix TV show. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So I started a TikTok account, and I posted some stuff. Yes, that's what I'm forgetting. Dirty Silver. Now that I have posted on my main channel for my filmmaking stuff. Dirty Silver. It was a noir detective crime short film that I did. It's about 20 minutes long, and that was fully based off this teaser that came out for Spider Noir back in May last year. And I originally wanted to do a Spider Noir short film, but I couldn't crack a mystery. So that's why I was so gone last summer. I was so focused on that, and I couldn't figure that out. And I just wouldn't focus on anything else until eventually I figured it out, and I did a whole black and white short film. It's okay. It's not my best work, but it definitely has some of my favorite stuff some of my favorite shots. I've never done a full black and white film before either. like currently, and I thought it was really cool. So that was my September to October. That's what I did in those 2 months. And then after, yeah, so back to the TikTok account. So I started a TikTok account, and I posted some stills, just some captures of my favorite shots from my short film. And then I posted a few more. I didn't really get any traction or anything, but I was like, I don't expect to, blow up overnight just because of that. And then I started making Jax and Jasper. It's a short video series that I did, and it's me and my best friend is a talking raven. Not literally talking, but like I can understand him, But yeah, and that kind of took off. I got like 200K views on TikTok, which is kind of nothing, but blew up overnight, funnily enough. But yeah, and then right now I'm hovering around like 5.3 thousand subscribers, or no, followers on TikTok, which is like whatever. That's, once again, nothing. Not tooting my horn, just saying. I just wanted to mention that. And yeah, so that is what propelled me to where I am at now. Because over this year, I've just been grinding those. You know what I'm saying? I got just like fully into the content game. So I started doing Jackson Jasper. I started doing skits, and then doing short, like micro short films. Like 1 to 3 minutes, which I had done before, but like I was really honing in on it. And I was in a creative flow state, bro. I think I cranked out a video every day from December to January. I cranked out a video every day for like a month straight. I was so proud of myself too. I don't know how, well, the reason I was able to do it is because I barely worked at the time, but yeah. And yeah, so that's Cinejax, and that's kind of my 2026. But right now, I am kind of starting a new thing a little bit, because right now I'm going through a bit of a creative dry spell. I just can't seem to focus on anything specific. So yeah, and now we're here, and I'm doing these little talking head videos. I mean, hopefully this takes off a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, and I'm still going to do my filmmaking stuff. That's the main goal. That's the end goal for my life. But maybe not the end goal, but a goal that I want to reach. My goal is to get a feature film in theaters at least once. But, but I also am very lonely, and I wanted to talk to people on the internet about my opinions instead of just yapping in my dad's ear. He doesn't want to hear all that shit. So yeah, and I also do want more feedback than just my family's opinions. But yeah, yeah, that's pretty much my filmmaking journey. That covers it. But let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Go see if you can find my original filmmaking channel. Good luck with that. But if you want to go sub to the other one that I currently post on, feel free to do that. I got links somewhere. I'll probably tag it in the video. But yeah, oh god, this one's probably going to require some actual editing too. I think I want to throw some pictures of my shorts on here. Great. See ya.